Hey everyone, it's Dawn here today, and I am doing a maintenance day. So this is my EX30. I already got the top off, and then I was like, oh, maybe I should make a video. So there's my ET Max, and that one's having a problem. He only wants to charge up to 157.3. So I asked if Roger could help me out with something. I also sent an email to Wendy at Bigode, because Millie is no longer with Bigode. Millie is with Extreme Bull now. And Millie was my contact at Bigode, but Wendy is going to help me out. And I love Wendy and all the girls there at Bigode. Hi, Bigode! Anyways, I gotta work on him because he's doing a little shimmy shimmy thing. Sometimes when I gun it, I can feel it goes grrr, like that. So we're gonna take them all apart and check all the bolts and everything. Sometimes it might be something with the motherboard, so I needed to take the top off. I haven't taken the top off of him forever, so check out the motherboard, make sure that everything is tight in there. And while we're doing that, we're gonna fix this problem, or try to fix this problem with the power button. So that is actually one of my big things, because the power button has been getting harder and harder to push lately. And I know that this is a very common thing among like these Bigode wheels. The EX30 and the Master, I think, are the two that maybe there's more. But anyways, it's like you push it and it's like nothing, right? So you got to push really hard. Oh God, I'm pushing really hard. Okay, even harder. Look at my, did you see the blood coming to my thumb? That's how hard I had to push. Why do you say I have 0? Hey, what is wrong with you? He says 0. He's supposed to have almost 5,000 miles on him right now. I don't know what's going on with him. Anyway, so yeah, you just have to push really hard. So we're going to take him apart and take a look at what might fix that. And if it works, then yeah, this video will go out. Well, I guess if it doesn't work, I guess it can go out too. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, so also when I took this off, I realized that this is very cracked. So we will fix that too. I'll pull out the my plastic weld, and I've done it before over here. So here, consider that a before and after, but you can kind of see where the crack was there before, that big one over there. So I'll just build it up with some plastic that I have laying around. Oh, look at that, poor little ice. Squish the bejesus out of that washer, didn't I? But it's ugly, yes, but it works and it holds, and yeah, not bad. So we will do the same thing for this side, make it better. Oh look, I didn't kill this washer, but here's my Grizzla, my little tool pouch. All my tools over there. There's the seat with the plastic weld, and I mean, it is ugly, but it works, right? There's another section that I welded on, and it's withstanding the test of time and additional crashes over that. So, and here's my Makita. All right, back to work. So here we are. I took off the top. I don't have another one of these little white washer things, so, oh well, one of mine is not going to be there. Don't forget that these little guys, if you see these always pop out. They are so annoying. They actually go around in here, each one, and they always pop out. So you have to keep an eye when you pull this stuff out that, that you don't lose those. And it doesn't look bad in here. You can also see, over here you can see, that is where I put, what's it called? The thermal paste under my motherboard. And I'm gonna check all the screws, make sure that's good. Let's take a look at the power button. Can we see anything wrong? You see how dirty it is in there? All that whitish, where's my finger? Yeah, I kind of wiped it a little bit with my finger already, but no, let's see if we can clean that. But it doesn't look like there's much room to do much cleaning, but we'll poke it a little bit, you know, smash it with hammers, and then that usually helps. But otherwise everything looks good. So I'll check screws. I'll I'll hit it with the air compressor, just blow out any dust and stuff in there, and then wipe these buttons down. All right, so I think I'm done. To check for what may have been loose and what was making it doing the shimmy shimmy thing, which is really bad on my my Dirt Master. So after I'm done with this, I'm going to pull out my Dirt Master and fix him up. But you want to check that all the bolts are good. I mean, really all the bolts anywhere, because basically if it does a shimmy shimmy, it's something like anything loose could be the problem, even the motherboard. And sometimes I know Marty once had to put the thermal paste underneath to eliminate all of the air bubbles or whatever, and that helped. So I mean, it can be like a million different things that could cause a shimmy shimmy to go on, right? So I think my problems were these, the little set screws on the stanchion. So both of mine, the top ones, were loose, absolutely loose. So I've tightened them, and to tighten them, you just want to get too tight and you want to Loctite it in, because if you do it too tight, then it won't move up and down in the stanchion thingy. So you can't have it too tight. It'll striction. Anyways, so bolts, tighten over there. There's 2 set screws, one down in there. Now that one's a pain in the butt, because that one you have to take the pedal hanger off in order to get to that one. So I didn't bother with these ones because I can still see the Loctite on them right now. And the shimmy shimmy wasn't bad on this one. The shimmy shimmy is bad on my Dirt Master. So it wasn't bad on this one. So I'm hoping that it was just that these 2 were loose and this will solve it. And if it does, then I save myself that for another time. Now for the button, my power button, now, look at that. But this is while it's naked. And if you look now, oh, look at that. Look how nice and clean it is, right? So what I did was I took my WD-40 and a Q-tip, and I sprayed the WD-40 onto the Q-tip. I stood my wheel up so that everything is vertical, and then I did this around with this Q-tip, the cotton, let's see, how do you say this? WD-40 soaked cotton tip. Then I gently pressed this around like this, and since this was vertical, all of it dripped down into here. And what I'm aiming for is it to go down into those spaces. So then I would also move this around like this to make that gap. Look how sensitive it is now. Do you see it turned off? Just by me moving it around. So when you move this around, then you can see it has that gap, and I was letting gravity just pull that all the way in. And then I was just kind of moving the button around, you know, just kind of, I don't know, dissolving gunks and whatnot, and making sure the WD-40 really gets in there, doing that. And I did that for this button as well, even though I never use this button. And I just kept doing that. I did that 2 times. So I did that the first time, did it second time, and I did it the first time, let it sit for 5 minutes, then I came back, and then I did a new application of it. Now, let's see. Remember, all of this is with it vertical, so all of it goes down into the hole. So when I first did this, then you'll see all of the WD-40 sitting on top, welling up inside of that gap. And then when I would gently press like this, then I saw air bubbles come out the top. And that's how I know that pressing it like this lightly where you can hear the click, but it wasn't actually engaging, was actually pulling the WD-40 down inside of there and stuff. So I did that a few times, and now it seems to work very nicely. But sometimes the problem is this button itself. So we'll put it all together and then we'll see how that feels. All right, so now we're at the part of the repair to fix this, and I decided to, well, you can do this while it's off or while it's on. I know that when I put this on, there is a lot of pressure. So I figured I'd do it while it's on, and then I would make the repair around the amount of pressure that is under while it's on, so you know, so that I don't have it too tight and then always have that pressure pushing against this repair. So what I have is the staples welded into the crack right now, into the plastic. And what that entails is you get these staples, they look like this, and then you stick it into the plastic welder like that, just lightly, and then you set this onto whatever plastic piece you have, and you pull the trigger. That will heat it up. It heats it up almost immediately, and you'll see it sink into there. I have another video about doing this. And then you don't want to sink it in all the way. You just want to sink it in to about there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the wire cutters, we're going to cut off these little posts, and then we will fill in the gaps with some plastic. Here I have cut off the posts, and they're still jutting out a lot. So next step would be the Dremel, one of my most favoriteest tools. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to take it here and Dremel down all of those little nubbins and make them go bye-bye. And we are done. So it is not pretty, but the crack is no longer a crack. It is structurally, functionally sound. It will be strong and it'll hold. And I know this because I already did it on this side as well as other wheels, and it has held. So that's really all I care about, is that it holds, and it's going to be hidden under the fairings and all that other stuff. So who cares what it looks like, right? But it's no longer broken. It is now mended. So now next step is to put it all back together again and do a test ride. Oh, while I have this on, let's test the button. Oh, ho, ho. Yes, that fixed it. Okay, so you guys, now this idea was not mine. This was courtesy of Roger EUC, so big thanks to him for walking me through what the steps would be to do this fix. And he did say that this fix could be just a temporary thing. He doesn't know how long it'll last for. Probably give you a few months or so. I think it'll last longer than that. But yeah, I'll report back if it starts to fail again. But if it does start to fail again, it would be because it's dirty inside, right? So not a big deal to do that very, very simple little maintenance thing on it. But I can use my index finger now. I've had to use my thumb because I've had to push so hard. Now, oh my gosh, this is so nice, you guys. Oh, yes. All right, so any of my other wheels that has this problem, which I think my Masters do have, then I'll definitely do that fix. But yeah, that fixed that up. Now I got to put everything together so I can get on it and ride and see if my shimmy problem is fixed. All right, I am all done. So everything is put back together again. There's not much to see other than to prove that I was able to put the wheel back together again, I guess. I also checked my PSI, checked all of the bolts, the battery bolts and everything. All bolts are checked. Checked my PSI and filled that back up to 35, 36 is my favorite. Button works so nicely. Oh wait, I have to prove it with my index finger. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. So button is fixed, the crack is fixed, although it's already inside all of this. So, you know, we know it's ugly in there, but no one else knows that it's ugly in there. Not that all of this rash is so pretty either, but these are battle scars. So yeah, and the shimmy is gone, the crack is gone, and the button works, which is everything that I wanted to fix today. So there you go. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps for some of you guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, consider joining my channel as a member. You'll get perks, and I appreciate it, and you'll be supporting me, and I appreciate all of you. So thank you so much, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.